Welcome to the Carnival Celebration 2024 Full Ship Tour. Let's get started. It was launched in November of 2022 with a capacity of 6,500 passengers. There are 20 decks and a tonnage of 180,000. It has a length of 1,130 feet. Crew members total 1,735. And fun fact, your inaugural cruise director was Lee Mason. Let's get on with the tour. All right. So we are going to start down on deck 6. And deck 6, you see the fitness center immediately to my left there, but we're going to swing toward my right and be looking at the Cloud 9 spa entrance. But we're going to go past that because we want to find this secret entrance, not really a secret, but a hidden entrance into the Grand Spectrum Theater that spans decks 6 and 7. So you have this long hallway you need to go down here. So we'll zip through here real quick. And we come in on the lower level of the Grand Spectrum Theater. So we are on deck 6, as I said. You see a couple of crew members there having a little break. And then let's head back out. We're going to go past the spa once again. One deck below on 5, that's where you'll find your thermal suites, and there's a free sauna down there as well, in addition to obviously all the treatments like the massages and things you can get there. So we're heading into the fitness center now, and as I turn to the left here, you're going to see obviously some elliptical machines, and there are some strength training machines there on my left, in addition to some free weights, several benches there for you to get a good workout. It's a very extensive fitness center with a lot of equipment, especially cardio equipment. In front of me here you see some treadmills and a ton of treadmills. There's another elliptical machine, some stationary bikes, rowing machines, and we're going to go up here to the left and we're going to see a spin cycle room, in addition to some other things that can be used in there. But just over on the other side of that room, that's where you'll have some meetings on nutrition and things like that, and some of the services that the fitness center offers to you. Now, as we exit out of the fitness center, we hang a right here, go past the forward elevators. The first place we're going to come up on is the Punchliner Comedy Club. So let's go take a peek in there real quick. Get through the door here, and you see it's a large venue, and there's so much comedy going on that they actually have 2 comedy venues. The other place they host comedy is the Limelight Lounge. Actually 3. They go to Grand Central Theater as well to do double headers of comedy and things like that. All right, so as we leave the comedy, we're going to get to Piano Bar 88, and there's some excellent piano bar players throughout the Carnival fleet, so hopefully you get one of the really good ones. But you see the bar there, and that's a fun place to hang out in the evenings for sure. Now we are heading into Celebration Central, as you see, and on my right is the Java Blue Cafe, which is very busy on mornings. Now, those glass cases you see there, throughout the day and early evening, they will have a plethora of sandwiches. In the morning, breakfast sandwiches, free grab-and-go items and such that you can just take with you. You see I've entered Celebration Central here near center stage, and we just passed the Tropical Bar, and there's the main stage. Obviously, you see the most magnificent circus is being played later on this evening. And as we head out back past the Java Blue Cafe, the first shop we're going to come to is Cherry on Top. That, of course, is where you're going to get all your candies and some modest souvenirs and things like that. The iconic Rolls Royce on the Carnival Celebration as well. Now, as we enter the Golden Jubilee here, you see the beautiful chandelier and the nice size bar. And they really did this area well. They tied in a lot of history into this area. Of course, you see the miniature Carnival Celebration there. It's not so miniature. It's very large, actually. And the history I'm talking about, if you see these tables, the tops of them, they're actually from an older Carnival ship. So see if you can figure out what ship that's from, as long as the steering column from an older ship as well. The Carnival restaurant right in front of me. Now, this is one of the smaller main dining rooms, the smaller of the 2 main dining rooms. but there's a chance you could be seated there. There's some nice little nooks here to hide out and maybe read a book. And there's some of the destinations as we are entering the Latitudes bar area, the Gateway area. Before we go into the Gateway area, though, let's spin around and head back and take a quick peek at some of these shops that we have available to you on the Carnival Celebration, from perfumes to upscale handbags to colognes to souvenirs, clothing, anything that you might need. And there's some more shops up on deck 7 as well that we'll get to in just a little bit. But plenty of shopping available for you on the Carnival Celebration. So here we go back through the Gateway area. There is the Latitudes Bar, and it's a destination. What they do there is, the theme is they have a variety of different drinks from destinations all over the world. So you can try, signature drinks from different countries all over the world, which is really cool. And now, of course, we are at Emeralds. Give you a quick peek at the menu there. Now those are at a charge, all the menu items at Emeralds, but there are some tasty items on there, so definitely go check that out. We're going past Carnival Kitchen. Now Carnival Kitchen is at a cost, but what you do is you and a friend or your partner, you do a cooking class together, and you get to eat the food that you cook. So it's kind of fun to spend an hour or so in there and have some fun cooking and eating. Now we are going into the main dining room, the Festival dining room on deck 6. So we're just walking through here quickly, and we're gonna go show you this beautiful chandelier in the center of the main dining room there. And we'll spin back around and head on out. So obviously the main dining room seats quite a few people, but there are so many people, 6,500 on the ship, that you can eat free in other venues, and we will check out some of those venues in just a bit. But before we do, let's go up to deck 7 of the Festival restaurant. It's not a whole lot different up here, but we'll give you a quick peek anyway from up above, and then we will head back out and start taking a look at deck 7. So here we are, and we will see that beautiful chandelier once again from above. All right, so let's head on back out. And, again, there are so many different food options. We only ate once or twice in the main dining room because there's so many different food options. You may find yourself doing that as well. It's not like your smaller Carnival ships where that's pretty much the only place, plus the Lido buffet. All right, there's your Park West offices. So if you're going to buy art, you might end up there. And now we are going into the steakhouse. That's the steakhouse bar, and you do not need a reservation to have a drink there at the steakhouse bar. Here's the steakhouse main dining room area, and very lovely, as you can see, and plenty of seating. And I get the steakhouse at least once every cruise. It's a $48 per person charge, but in my opinion, it's worth it for the value, and the quality of the food and such. All right, so again, walking on deck 7 here, the place we're coming to now is one of my favorite places on the ship. That is the Alchemy Bar. A much larger Alchemy Bar, but trust me, even though it's much larger, it is super crowded most of the time. Now, the Limelight Lounge was closed here when I came through. That is where you're going to find your nightclub in the evenings, and also the comedy, sometimes karaoke. They do a variety of things in that Limelight Lounge. Okay, so here's more shops as I promised. And that was the liquor store that we just passed, and then the Carnival souvenir store. So that's what we have going on there. And then we're overlooking the center stage once again. And we're cutting through to the casino, and we'll get through here really quick. Now, we are entering the non-smoking side of the casino, and we're going to go through, and you can see just the large amount of slot machines that they have there. And there are some of the table games, 3-card poker, blackjack, Fun 21. And as we go around the corner here, we're going to come up on the casino bar. And this is kind of the separation point between the non-smoking and the smoking side. So we're going into the smoking side of the casino now. There are just as many games, and well, not just as many. It seems there's a slightly fewer, I should say, slot machines and table games on this side. But if you do want to smoke, you can come over here and still enjoy some gambling while you enjoy your smoke. All right, so now we are on deck 7 once again, and we are back to the front of the ship in the Grand Spectrum Theater. So we'll take a quick peek from up above the theater. Remember, this is where I started the tour, and you looked from down below, and now you're looking from up above of the Grand Spectrum Theater. All right, so as we exit back out of the Grand Spectrum Theater here, we're going to be getting ready to head up to Deck 8. All right, so Deck 8 is the last of the public area decks. So let's go explore Deck 8 here. There's a lot of food up on Deck 8. I will give you a clue in on that. And we go past these forward elevators once again, and we are going to come up on Shebang. Now, Shebang is a fusion restaurant that is half Asian cuisine and a half Mexican cuisine. And you can choose a little from each side of the menu if you want. You're not restricted to ordering from one side or the other. So that's neat. All right, so we're going to continue heading back now, and we're going to come up on the Havana Bar. The Havana Bar is a lot of fun. It's a Cuban-themed bar. You see the bright colors, the Cuban theme. And yeah, here's the Havana Bar. The Cuban iced tea is very strong and very tasty. That is one of my recommended drinks I would try here. And you can get fresh brewed coffee here in the morning too. So if the line at Java Blue is long, go ahead and head over here to the Havana Bar area. Now, this outside area of the Havana Bar is restricted to those staying in the Havana cabins. There is a small pool here, and we'll take a peek at that right now. Now, it's not a large pool, and it is a little chilly. At least it was the time I stayed in the Havana area here. Now, those of you that have stayed in a Vista class Havana area, of course you have the large pool directly in the back of the bar, along with 2 hot tubs. Now, you might notice there are no hot tubs in this Havana area, which a lot of people aren't super happy with. There are a lot more relaxation areas, and it's very easy to get a chair since it's not as much of a social area as what you'd find on the Vista class ships. So just be cognizant of that if you are considering buying a Havana cabin or staying in a Havana cabin while you stay, because it is an upcharge. Now, as we leave the Havana Bar, on our left here is the Dream Studios. So if you're doing some special pictures, that's where you might go to discuss those. And we go over the little bridge here that's above Celebration Central and the main stage there. And the first specialty restaurant we're going to come upon is the Teppanyaki Grill. And here you have your own personal chef. You're seated with about 10 other people, and they'll cook up anything from lobster to steak to shrimp to chicken, and with an Asian flair. So it's a lot of fun. Now, next is Bonsai Sushi, and that's, of course, we're going to get your sushi rolls, your sushi, your sashimi, noodles, a whole variety of things, but there are a lot of good things, but that is at a cost as well. Now you have a look at the celebration stage there, and then here are yet more shops. So up here you're going to get into a lot more of your fine jewelry and things. That had a ring that was priced at about $150,000, so go check that out. Now here is the Pixel Studio area, and here's where you can review all the pictures that have been taken of you and review for purchase. So if you're big into picture and saving memories, this is where you'll be coming. Now, our 820 Biscayne area, you have that great Miami sign for pictures there, and we are going to Cucina Capitano. This would be the entrance here to the restaurant, and that is an Italian-themed restaurant, and this is no charge on the XL class. On the smaller ships, it is a charge. The menu's a little bit different, but some fine choices there, and you can get free lobster on formal nights there as well. Now, here is Bar 820, directly out the other side of Cucina de Capitano, and they have a lot of tasty drinks there. I would highly recommend the Mango 305 and the Flamingo drink. Now, Miami Slice is the pizza place, of course, and right next to the pizza place, we have the Deco Deli. A lot of great sandwiches here. I like to grab a quick sandwich if I'm not going to do dinner or something like that, and here's where I go. All right, and check out this tasty sandwich I got right here in the middle of this tour. All right, you see those classy flamingos there, just the other side of the Deco Deli and near Bar 820. All right, so let's get on our skateboards and cruise on past the flamingos here. Now this is Rudy's Sea Grill, just the other side of Deco Deli. This is another specialty restaurant, and this will be your finer seafoods, and it will be a charge of $48 per person here as well. They have some amazing appetizers, and the key lime pie is fabulous. Now over here you have your shore excursions area, Carnival Adventures. That's where you'll book your shore excursions if you didn't book them in advance. On my left here is guest services, so any problems you may be having on the ship, this is where you'll come to address it. Now Guy's Pig and Anchor in the summer landing area, and we just passed another Carnival souvenir store. Now here's the Heroes Tribute Lounge, along with some ice cream stand that you have there, and that's free, of course. And that's where a lot of people come to watch the sporting events that are going on, you know, your week of the cruise. Here's that big long bar we have here at Guy's Pig and Anchor. A lot of great liquors in this bar, particularly bourbons. Now, as I go out the other side, on my right there, that's where they'll have a late night buffet. So keep that in mind if you're hungry late at night. Here you see Mamacita doing some trivia. And we are going to exit out to our right here because I want to show you where you'll come for your Sea Day barbecue. And that is the Sea Day barbecue provided by Guy's Pig and Anchor. And here is that location right here. Now this is free. So on days that you're at sea and the first day that you board, you will have the option to come eat here at no cost. So it's a great place to check out if you like barbecue and see what you think of it. I'm not the biggest fan of the barbecue, but a lot of people really like it. So put in the comments what you think of it. All right, so let's speed this up just a little bit. Now we're going to the back of Summer Landing here. Now this is obviously a popular pool area. A lot of families like to come back here, and a generous infinity pool here. And we do have a couple large hot tubs on the opposite side. I'm gonna go through the opposite door so I can show you that, because they were doing some work there, so it was kind of blocked. There's some free foosball tables and game tables, shuffleboard. That's a lot of fun if the table's open and available. Now here are those large hot tubs, and there are 2 large hot tubs on the Serenity deck for adults only. In addition to the main pool, there's some hot tubs and also the Tides pool. The watering hole right there has a drink called the Watermelon Crush. That's a really tasty drink. If you don't like it too sweet, ask for it to be made a little less sweet, but a great drink there for you to try out. Now we're walking obviously on the outside of the ship here. We're going back towards Bar 820. Now just the other side of Bar 820 is a smoking area. It's a very popular smoking area, and that's the reason I decided to walk this way, to show you that for you smokers, because it's a great location to get a smoke, and you'll be close to the bar if you choose to get a drink. And you see we're in the port of Amber Cove, and look how beautiful that is. All right, so I have zoomed us all the way up to deck 16. That is the Lido deck, and let's zip through this little hallway here. We're at the mid elevators, and we're gonna go out to the whirlpool. Is the first thing we're gonna see directly in front of us, and then there's the main pool. Now on our right, this is the Blue Iguana Cantina. That's where you're gonna get your tacos and your burritos. The left side is the burrito line, the right side is the taco line. Let's spin back around because there is more food on the other side. Now the tacos and burritos are free. This first food station here at the Seafood Shack, those items are all at a cost. Now Time Fries is free, and all of the other street eats. You have Steam Dream and you have Sizzle. Now again, these are all free. They're smaller portioned items, you know, that you might find, you know, on the streets of New York or someplace like that. So it's a fun little theme, and those menu items change daily, so it's kind of cool. Now you can see the pool is pretty popular today, and then we have the double deck Red Frog Tiki Bar. Now that's a very large size bar. Notice there is no Blue Iguana bar that you might find on some smaller ships, but you do have the double-decker tiki bar, and there are a lot of available drinks to try there. So we are entering the marketplace buffet, and there are stations set up throughout this area with a wide variety of different food choices. You see I'm passing the gelato station here now. That is a place to stop for a tasty treat. We have a salad bar there, and we're going over to the other side here, and we're gonna zip all the way toward the back of the ship. And when we get to the back of the ship, the first place we're gonna come upon is Shaq's Big Chicken. Now, this just happens to be Shaq's Big Chicken, that is, as I show you a little bit more of the buffet food that might be available. Shaq's Big Chicken is the first place that I go to when I go on the XL class ships. I really love their chicken sandwiches. I think it is as you see, so many other people online here really love their chicken sandwiches too. They have 4 main chicken sandwiches. My recommendation, if you like just a little bit of spice, is get the Uncle Jerome chicken sandwich. It is absolutely amazing. They offer them grilled as well. Now we're going back to the Tides Pool area, and you saw the hot tub on my right and the Tides Pool in the center there. There's another hot tub on my left. Now here is the Tides Bar. So this is another pool area, usually a little less crowded than the main pool areas. So that might be an area for you to come check out if you're trying to avoid some crowds, but have the kiddos and can't take them to the Serenity area. All right, so we're all the way up on deck 17 already. Now this area here is a smoking area, and beyond the smoking area, there's not a whole lot going on. So I'm going to zip through some of that area quickly here. And we're off. Let's zoom through here again. There's not a whole lot going on this side beyond some loungers hidden away here. So we're gonna zip all the way through deck 17 till we get around to the other side, and here we are. All right, so you see we are back to the DJ booth, the main pool. There's the Lido deck below there, and you see the nice sized pool and the upper level of the Tiki Bar. All right, we're gonna work our way around the corner here because we have one of the most iconic restaurants on the Carnival fleet on this side, and that is Guy's Burgers. All right, so we get around the staircase here, and on my left, you're gonna see a lot of people crowding in to get to Guy's Burgers. Just look how long that line is. Let me tell you, the line is usually not that bad. That's a pretty long line there, but yeah. Now here's a cool little area a lot of people don't know about. You see these little tables right here? If you do go to Guy's Burgers, people overlook those tables, and you're overlooking the ocean there. I had an interview with cruise director Lee Mason there. It's a great hidden little spot. And we're also passing Club O2, which is the teenage hangout for teenagers up to age 18. I think it's, I'm sorry, up to age 17. 15 through 17, I believe it is. Now here's just some more, chairs and loungers here at the back of deck 17. We're gonna head up to deck 18 now. So let's get this party started here. When we come up to this playground area, we are gonna see the miniature golf course, and we are at the ultimate playground. Now here is the jogging track, which is one of the things I think that messed up a little bit here on the Celebration. It's only a single lane track for 6,500 people. They didn't put a lot of thought into that one. You see the water slides overhead, and there are 3 nice water slides that are a lot of fun. My favorite is the orange water slide, which has a floor drop out from beneath you, and you just get shot down like a 1 story, and it's a lot of fun here. There's some clamshells along the jogging track overlooking the ocean. You have the ropes course up above you. The ropes course is great. One thing cool about the ropes course is there's actually a gap in the ropes course where you basically zip line over an area 20 stories above the ocean, which is really cool. All right, we're gonna turn around and we're gonna head actually down to deck 17 so we can get back up to deck 18 on the opposite side, and that's where we're gonna come upon the Serenity deck. So let's walk across. We're gonna cross the deck 17 overlooking the main pool once again. Will see that down here on the left. On my right is obviously beautiful views of Amber Cove, and there is the main pool right there, along with the theater. So if you want to see a movie at night, come out here on the Lido deck, and of course that's where all your deck parties are going to be at as well. All right, so we make our way, as you just see, the enormous number of loungers just all over the ship everywhere you go. If you can't find a lounger on this ship, I don't think you're ever going to find a lounger, because they are everywhere. Now, some areas they're a little more crowded than others, the Serenity deck being one, for example. The Serenity deck, there's parts of the Serenity deck that aren't very crowded. You see that hot tub is being enjoyed by quite a few people. The good thing is there's just as large a hot tub on the other side. So if you come out and you see one hot tub that's crazy crowded, go to the other side. Hopefully you'll have better luck on the other side. Now, the great thing about the Serenity deck here is you see all the loungers here, some in shade, some in the sun. So you get to choose. Me, I'm gonna be one of these people that hangs out in the shade because I got Irish skin, so I'm just gonna get torn up otherwise, but I will pick my moments where I'll get out in the sun. Now, one of the beautiful things about the XL class is there is a pool in this Serenity deck. And the XL class has a pool where very few other Carnival ships have a pool. Carnival Sunshine has one, but it's one of the very few. And there's some extra seating there if you want to play some games. Here's the Serenity deck bar, and that's Loft 19's pool. We'll get to that just a little bit later here. All right, so that's the Fresh Creations bar there. So if you would like a healthy salad, check for the open times of that salad bar area. And I had a magnificent salad my last trip here on the Carnival Celebration. And the bowls are huge, so you can definitely make a meal of that salad. Now, here are more clamshell seating, day beds, loungers. This is still the Serenity deck, just the other side. I'm going to turn around here and I'm going to take you back to the Loft 19 area. Now, that is accessed on the other side, and of course we are on deck 18, so as you might imagine, Loft 19 is on deck 19. So we are going to go past this last set of loungers here, and those stairs right there on the left, that is going to give us access up to Loft 19. And here we go. Now, I will tell you, it is quite pricey to come enjoy this Loft 19 area. It does come with some perks. If you do rent out a cabana, you get a bottle of champagne every day, fresh fruit. You have your own private wait staff that will, bring you drinks and such. And they'll bring you food as well. So that is a nice perk. You see the pool there, and that pool is restricted to only Loft 19 members and their guests. And all of these little areas are little individual cabanas that can be rented out. So if you rent out a cabana, you have that whole thing to yourself. Nobody's going to go in there and take your space, so to speak, because you've paid for it. And that is pretty much your entire tour of the Carnival Celebration. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to speed through some areas here to save some time and keep this video under 30 minutes, which I've managed to accomplish. If you got some good use out of this video and it was helpful, please hit that subscribe button and definitely hit the like button. I appreciate you so much, and I want you to have a fabulous cruise. Take care, everybody. This is Coach Cruise, and happy cruising.
To like and subscribe to Coach Cruise because he uses me and Cookie all the time, and it's going to get your face out there.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Hello everyone, I'm Mamacita at Sea. Remember, we're watching Coach Cruise. Like and subscribe.
All right, love it.
I just can't get away from a good time.